Good evening and welcome back to the 40th annual You Can Share Drive benefiting the South Plains Food Bank. I'm Case Wilbanks alongside Christy Harton, live at United Supermarkets at 82nd and Frankfort. We, of course, are raising money for the South Plains Food Bank and making sure that everyone on the South Plains in 20 counties are well fed and not hungry.
It's hard to believe when you really think about the possibility that people in Lubbock or even on the South Plains could go days without food, especially now. Like you see restaurants everywhere, drive-throughs, and it's hard to imagine that there are those who are food insecure and truly don't know where their next meal is going to come from, and that's where your generosity comes into play. $1 provides 3 meals to your neighbor, to someone you go to church with, someone you work with, and it's easy to donate. kcbd.com/youcanshare. You can donate right there. You can do the kind of the go shopping with your family on the internet and find a couple of items that you would like to have at your house. And there's also that silent auction that's going up until tomorrow. We've got really great items there that are something that you can give a little and get a little for yourself at the same time.
I was looking at those items earlier. There's a 55-inch TV that right now the bid is at $480, so that's a pretty good price.
Mom,
I would think.
Mom.
Can you put it in a bid for me? But we are so grateful for everyone who's putting in those bids or going by United, Prosperity Bank. Many ways you can donate. $1 or 10 or 100. We love it. And we also love our sponsors of the day. We have one here tonight. That's Sunset Church of Christ. And you guys have been involved with the food bank for many, many years, Andy. So tell us why you guys are involved in the food bank and want to give back.
Okay, yes, I've been doing this with Sunset for, this is I think the 20th year, and we've been doing it longer than that. But what we do is we make a big donation on this night, $5,000, and we collect more than that, but what we're able to do with that is use it as vouchers for those who are struggling, because when consider this, we never know the families that are out there, but we know that we need to have the kindness and just that impact to help out our community. That's what this is all about, and that's what we do with Sunset. That's what we do with our donation. We still do collect food. I know that's something that we don't do with the food bank anymore, and it goes to the children's home and other donations, also clothing, bedding, things like that. But we just know that this gets to stay here in our community. It's not a nationwide, even though hunger is, especially with children. I mean, you guys know the statistics, but we know this is going to stay here in our surrounding communities, and we just want to love on, and it's something that it's the least that we can do, but we want to give all the opportunities out there.
Well, we really appreciate Sunset Church of Christ being the sponsor of the day, being involved for 20 years. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Christy?
Thanks so much, Case. You know, the South Plains Food Bank is so much more than just a box of food. Dina Jeffries is the CEO at the South Plains Food Bank, and I'm joined with Christy Condra, who is an educator at Bayless. I'm going to start with you, Dina. Talk about, we're really focusing today on the children's feeding program.
Absolutely. You know, LISD is reporting 75% of every school is food insecure, and I think, we have to listen to that and make sure that we are providing food not only to children but the whole family, because if you show me a hungry child, I'm going to show you a hungry family every time.
We say 1 in 3 children here on the South Plains is food insecure. There's so much more than that food box. What do you do for kids in the school?
Well, we do a very robust after-school program that they can get a made-from-scratch wholesome meal and go home with a full belly. We also have been very innovative with our snack bag program, which is our weekend bag program, and holiday box program. It's important for us to get the whole family on an assistance program so that we feed them year-round, not just at the holiday time.
Christy, you're at Bayless. We say 75% of LISD schools are food insecure. Bayless has a 94% food insecurity. So you see the face of hunger.
I see it every day. It breaks my heart whenever we have students that first thing in the morning after breakfast, they need to go to the nurse's office because they're still hungry. And we are so fortunate and so blessed that the food bank helps our students with food and making sure that they have what they need in order to learn. It's hard to learn whenever you're hungry.
I was just about to say, give me an idea or an example of when you know a kid's not misbehaving, a kid's not acting up, they're not being bad because they're a bad kid. They could simply just be hungry.
We call it hangry. We call it hangry. Whenever you're just hungry and you don't know what to do, a lot of times it does show out as behavior. We are very fortunate in that we have a lot of breakfast programs and food sacks that are given to us that we can help students eat whenever they come to school late, and then also make sure that they at least go home to eat before they show up to school the next morning.
If someone's on the fence about whether or not they want to donate $1 or $100, what would you say to them?
I would say, please. We are so excited about starting a food closet or a food pantry, kind of, at Bayless this next year, and I really think that there's a lot of families that will benefit from it. Not just the children, but the families, the babies that are still at home, and the grandparents that are taking care or helping take care of these children.
Christy sees the face of the hungry, and it is a sad face to see, but we know there is so much hope because of you. Case.
Thank you, Christy. I'm joined by Travis. He's the chair of the board of the food bank. So, Travis, this is day 4. We have one more day tomorrow. Why should people make sure that they are engaged and sharing with the food bank?
Well, Case, we're at about 825,000 meals, and so we've got about 375,000 meals to go to hit that 1.2 million meal goal that we have by the end of tomorrow. To stay with the theme of the day, which has been all about children's feeding, I just want to give a number here. If there's any reason, 7 out of 10 children are food insecure, and what that means is 7 out of 10 children don't know where their next meal is coming from. So if there any reason to give, do it for those kids that are food insecure here in the South Plains.
Absolutely. Thank you, Travis. Christy, there should be no child in bed tonight wondering where their next meal is going to be or have their stomach growling tonight.
Our goal, $400,000. That's 1.2 million meals that we're trying to reach. Right now, we're at about 260,000. We're really needing that extra to get us pushed into that goal. You can make it happen. You can share tonight. KCBD.com/you can share. We'll send it back to the studio.